I'm going to do a bunch of evaluating function notation practice. Let's do it. So for each of these problems, we're going to be given a selection of 5 different functions up above: f of x, g of x, h of x, j of x, and k of x, and then we're going to be asked to find different things. So in this example, we'll be asked to find f of -2, so go ahead and give that a try now. And now I'm going to do it. So f of -2 means that we're going to be doing 4 times -2 minus 7, which gives me -8 minus 7, which gives me -15. All right, in this next one, go ahead and find g of 3. And now that we are done finding g of 3, we're going to go ahead and just plug it in. So g of 3 is this equation, so 4 to the 3rd power. And remember, that means that you do 4 times itself 3 times, or you can just stick 4 to the 3rd in your calculator, which gets you 64. All right, go ahead and find h of 25. And make sure you don't forget a very important part of this problem. So if I'm doing the square root of 25, that is 5, but it's plus and minus 5. Remember, if I do 5 squared, I get 25, and if I do -5 squared, I get 25. So make sure you have the plus or minus on there. All right, in this one, go ahead and find j of -1. All right, j of -1, 2 times -1 squared minus 3. -1 squared is a positive 1, so this is really 2 times 1 minus 3, which is 2 minus 3, which is -1. All right, oh, that's the same problem, so we're going to skip that one. All right, let's find k of -2. Okay, absolute value of -2 minus 3 means that I'm going to do the absolute value of -5, and absolute value symbols mean displacement, or they turn everything positive. So the answer to this one would be 5. All right, go ahead and find g of -2. And now that I'm finding g of -2, I do 4 to the -2nd power, and there's 2 different ways you can do this. You can either just slap it into your calculator and you'll get a decimal. Let me see what that would be. Oops. So if I do 4 to the -2 power, I get to the decimal 0.0625. Or if you remember your exponent rules, whenever you have a negative exponent, that means it's living on the wrong side of the fraction. So I could rewrite this as 1 over 4 squared, which is the same thing as 1 over 60. Nope. 1 over 16. So either way, you would get either 0.0625 or 1/16, and those would both be correct. All right, this one, we're going to start applying some different things to it. So we're going to find k of -1, and then we're going to minus 5. Okay, k of -1 means that I would do -1 minus 3, right? That's this part. And then I subtract 5 from that still. So then I have absolute value of -4 minus 5. So it's really 4 minus 5. So you get -1 as your final answer. In this next problem, we have f of 0 plus 7. All right, so let's find f of 0 first. So f of 0 would be 4 times 0 minus 7. So that's what that piece is. Plus 7 at the end. So you get 4 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 7 is -7 plus 7. So the final answer is 0. All right, let's go ahead and find g of 0. And 4 to the 0 power, well, if anyone remembers their exponent rules, anything to the 0 power is 1. Okay, for this problem, we're finding f of a minus 1. Okay, so that means I'm taking my f function, everywhere there's an input, I'm plugging in a minus 1. So I have 4, and then I have my input section, minus 7. So I'm plugging in a minus 1, and we have to simplify. Make sure you distribute that 4, so then you get 4a minus 4 minus 7, which gets you 4a minus 11. And then can I simplify any more? Are there parentheses? No. Are there like terms that I can combine? No, because this has an a and this doesn't. All right, let's find j of 3a. Okay, let's do it. So again, finding j of 3a, that means I have 2 and then my input stuff squared minus 3. And so then I'm plugging a 3a in there. You have to make sure to distribute your exponent here, and we're allowed to distribute our exponent on this piece because you don't have addition or subtraction happening. If there was like 3 plus a in here, then you could not distribute your exponent. So that 2 just comes down, hangs out still, because we're not doing anything with that yet. And then when you distribute your exponent, it becomes 3 squared and a squared. Then if we simplify that a little bit, 3 squared is 9a squared. Okay, so now I can multiply these two things together. 2 times 9 is 18a squared. And then you check, can I simplify any more? Do I have any more parentheses? No. Do I have any like terms that I can combine? No. Okay, so we're done. All right, last one. We're finding f of 2p minus 3q. Okay, so I'm going to move down here because it's got a lot that I have to write in there. So I have 4, and then your input stuff minus 7. And my input stuff is my 2p minus 3q. Make sure to go ahead and distribute that 4. So I get 8p minus 12q minus 7. Can I simplify any more? Are there parentheses? No. Are there like terms I can combine? No. So we are all done. All right, thanks for doing just a quick practice with me.